Good afternoon. My name is Raeburn-Gibson, and I am a former pupil of the Ronald McDonald House Charities Toronto School. My hometown is Ottawa, Ontario, which isn't too far away from Collingwood, Ontario. In March of 2017, I was a grade 8 student at Ottawa Elementary School. And then, suddenly I wasn't, due to emergency brain surgery for a sonic hedgehog medulloblastoma. This was a malignant tumor. I felt like my life was being turned upside down. I had spent so much time, I had spent my March break having brain surgery at Sick Kids. I was trying to process the diagnosis of brain cancer. And even when I returned home, I wasn't able to return to school. And then, just a couple weeks after returning home, I had to move back to Toronto to do 6 weeks of radiation at Princess Margaret Hospital. None of this was what I had dreamed of doing in my grade 8 year. I was supposed to be prepping for grade 8 graduation, going on field trips to Ottawa, choosing grade 9 courses, choosing grad dresses, and etc., etc. Instead, here I was checking into Ronald McDonald House Charities Toronto. I was weak and sad and scared. And when my mom first brought up the idea of me going to Ronald McDonald House School while I was here, I must admit I wasn't exactly excited. I just wanted to curl up in a ball in my room and do nothing, or stare at screens and TV. But my mom pushed me to give it a try anyway, so that I could keep up with some of my studies, so I could meet other kids that might have an understanding of what I was going through, and so I could have a sense of normal just by getting back into a school routine. Well, moms are usually right. I started classes that week. Immediately, there was a reason to get up in the morning. The routine of school was always something that I had loved in the past. Having a school to go back to really did help me feel like at least this part of my life could go back to normal. Of course, there were appointments that interrupted school routines sometimes, and there were days when I just needed to take a day off. But even then, just knowing that I would go back to school when I felt better seemed to help me get back on my feet faster. One of the best parts of school was meeting the different kids that were here. Some of them were dealing with health issues, like me. Some of them were the siblings of 6 children. I want to get this right. Alex Podopchik, thank you. And I became very good friends with Alex while we were both attending RMHC Toronto School. And I met a lot of other kids too. We were a really unique group. All of us with different backgrounds, yet with one similar common experience: dealing with serious illness. I think we all just loved the chance to be normal. Normal like doing math and English. Normal like having a start time and an end time. And normal like eating lunch with other kids. Normal like recess. Of course, there were some pretty cool, extraordinary things too, like robotics class and field trips to TIFF. All of this meant so much to me when the rest of my life was a long list of appointments and pokes. The only bad part about RMHC Toronto School was having to leave. Having to go back to a school where I was different. The cancer kid that everyone felt sorry for. And maybe even a little bit afraid of. Of course I was happy to be home, but I really missed my teachers and my friends from RMHC Toronto School. They really had a special understanding of me that I don't think anyone else could. Fast forward 2 years. I'm in grade 11 now at Collingwood Collegiate Institute. My time here at this school seems like it was just yesterday, and yet very long ago at the same time. I was so excited when I heard about the reunion. A special invitation for all of us to come back to RMHC Toronto and the school. I know lots of you will have stories like mine. And I know that you all probably have a special place in your heart for RMHC Toronto School. I wouldn't want to repeat the year of 2017 again, but if I had to, I would at least look forward to returning here. Thank you for listening.